On the news tonight, President Muhammadu Buhari launches policy on fifth generation network. PDP National Working Committee nullifies Ekiti Delegate Congress. Good evening and welcome to today's news, coming to you from your heritage station, NTA Ijebu ode. Thanks for staying tuned with us. I am Olamumi Adeniji. Here are the details of our package. The national policy on fifth generation networks for Nigeria's digital economy has been launched by President Muhammadu Buhari. Presenting the document to the public, the President directed all the nation's security institutions to immediately leverage the new technologies when deployed to beef up national security. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo has the details of that package.
The national policy on 5G networks will, amongst others, position Nigeria to effectively harness the potentials of the new technologies towards enhancing the economy, security, and well-being of the nation. With trials already conducted in some selected locations, the policy, developed through a painstaking, inclusive, and focused process, was said to have effectively addressed health and other concerns. For President Muhammadu Buhari, the policy is in line with the commitment of his administration towards supporting the digital economy sector as an enabler for the diversification of the nation's economy.
5G technologies offer a number of benefits that can support virtually every sector of our economy. For instance, it can enhance connectivity, improve healthcare, support education, foster smart cities, and boost agriculture, among other advantages that it gives. It will also support security institutions and play a key role in boosting our efforts towards enhancing security across the nation.
The national 5G policy includes a deployment plan to ensure that major cities across the country benefit from the technologies, also described as a catalyst for smart cities and a platform for the creation of jobs.
We assure investors that we will continue to provide an enabling environment for their businesses to be very successful as we roll out this technology. I hereby direct the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy to oversee a multi-stakeholder implementation of the policy, and I also urge every stakeholder to ensure compliance, and I look forward to the successful implementation of this important national policy.
The Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, applauded by the President for his commitment and consistency in developing Nigeria's digital economy, is confident that given the experiences from other countries and available research, Nigeria would drive maximum benefits from the deployment of the 5G technologies.
A successful 5G deployment globally will increase the global economic output by 12.6 trillion USD. It is because of this, Your Excellency, we feel that if we are proactive in Nigeria, we will be able to dominate at least the African market. 5G deployment could be the biggest revolution for our security institutions to make their work more effective. It will allow them to perform some security operations virtually without exposing personalities to the challenge physically. The same when it comes to transparency. It will support our administration in fighting corruption and corrupt practices.
He thanked President Buhari for his consistent support to the digital economy sector, as a result of which 1,667 projects were successfully executed and significantly impacting on the nation's economy.
As at August 2021, the sector remitted over 1 trillion naira to the federal government of Nigeria within a small period of time.
The national policy on 5G networks was approved by the Federal Executive Council in September last year, and each spectrum for the new technologies was assigned to the winners at 250 billion naira. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
The People's Democratic Party has nullified the Freeman Haddock Ward Delegates Congress in Ekiti State, held in January 15, 2022 ahead of the governorship poll later this year. Timothy Yusuf reports that this was part of a 6-point resolution reached at the party's National Working Committee emergency meeting over Ekiti State election matters.
It all began this Monday with another round of protest by some Ekiti PDP members who occupied the PDP National Secretariat, calling for the cancellation of the 3-man ad hoc ward congresses in the state. The 542nd NWC meeting of the PDP set up a special committee comprising members of the Board of Trustees, the Governors Forum, leadership of the National Assembly and members of the NWC to look into the issues arising from Ekiti State PDP congresses and subsequently the 3-man ad hoc ward delegate congresses held on 15th of January 2022.
In a political party, it is normal to have agitations, to have demonstrations, part of the democratic process.
The meeting also resolved that all parties and stakeholders have agreed to abide by the decision of the party in all matters relating to all issues concerning the position of the party in the state. Another point in the resolution states that the party's governorship primary election shall be conducted using the statutory automatic delegates list, and also that all pending court cases in all matters relating to the congresses in Ekiti State must be withdrawn forthwith. In another development, members of the concerned civil society groups were at the PDP National Secretariat to appeal to the party's leadership to cede its 2023 presidential ticket to the South.
By this patriotic call by the civil society organizations, we do not intend to undermine the right as a political party or your party constitution.
The groups believe that it would only be fair in the interest of equity to do so. Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje says he will ensure that justice is done in respect of the kidnap and killing of Hanifa Abubakar, as well as take measures that will forestall similar cases in the state. He was speaking during a condolence visit to the bereaved family at their residence in Kano State. Abdullahi Mustafa has a report.
Evidence is gathered, the court will hasten the trial and pass judgment as provided by the law. In the event of death sentence, the governor assured he will not hesitate to exercise the powers conferred on him by the Constitution to sign the warrant.
The Nigerian Constitution provides that when a death sentence is passed, the inmate on death row will remain in custody and the judgment taken to the state governor for assent and approval for the execution. We assure the people of Kano State that the governor would not wait for a second to give the go-ahead.
He also prayed for the repose of the soul of late Hanifa and the family, the fortitude to be at the lows. In Kano, Abdullahi Mustafa, NTA News.
We are going on a short break now. We'll be right back after this time out.
Atiba University, AU, in God we trust. Atiba University, knowledge, our light to the world. Knowledge we seek, knowledge we give, knowledge our creed, knowledge our key to change our world, make it a better place. God has strength, knowledge our key. Atiba University, AU, in God we trust. Atiba University, knowledge, our light to the world. We learn to live, we learn to lead, we learn.
You are welcome back. The news continues. Memories of those who live an impactful life dedicated to the service of God and humanity usually linger on. This came to fore at the burial service of late Otumba Gani Oluwole Oyenuga, popularly known as Tala Harmony, at his hometown, Owoye. Correspondent Bumioni completes the report.
It was a celebration of life as people trooped from far and near in their hundreds to pay their last respect to the late Otunba Ganiu Ojenuga, popularly known as Tala Amoni. The chief imam of NTA Ijebu, in his message at the burial service, described the renowned bookseller who died at the octogenarian age of 84 as a mentor who showcased the virtues of excellence, discipline and passion for hard work. He, however, urged the children and families left behind to take solace in the robust legacy of their father. He thereafter led faithfuls in praying for the dead before he was buried. For the wife of the deceased, she has lost her twin and confidant.
I'm going to miss him a lot in many ways because there'll be a time when it was the husband and wife. We are like 5 and 6, I'm saying just like that. We are just very close. We are just like twins.
The children of the deceased described their father as one in a million.
He's my father, and I'm very proud of him. His life to me is a testament of what it is to be human and also divine. So he's very generous man.
He's a loving father. He's a great thinker. He doesn't consider anything. Everything is just easy. He's a very simple man. And I'm going to do as much as giving a lot of people things because I'm going to continue whatever he has started, and I'm going to make sure his legacy never dies.
He's the best father in the whole world. He's a philanthropist. He's a loving man. He's selfless, ever giving, always encouraging.
A father like no one, a friend, a mentor.
The outpour of emotions at the graveside is an attestation of the impactful life that Otunba Ganiu Oyenuga lived, which will be sorely missed. Friends and families also described Otunba Oyenuga as a lover of education whose passion for hard work is unquantifiable.
He came, he saw, and he conquered. Yeah, he lived a very fulfilled life. Baba was very happy. He worked for humanity.
He puts a lot of focus on the soul, that is knowledge and education. So he is the front liner when it comes to a bookshop. He literally is interested in everybody being empowered.
Papa is a complete gentleman, a disciplined man, a pillar of people. He's very generous.
So behaved to me that he would be like brother for the same mommy. So he's been that good and been that nice to me, especially when I was doing my PhD at Ife. He sort of sponsored it, so to say, giving me every support, financial and moral. He was a great man.
Otunba Ganiu Oyenuga, popularly known as Tala Amoni, bade the world farewell on the 9th of January. He is survived by his wife, 3 children, grandchildren, and family members. May the Lord grant the repose of his soul. From Owoye, Bumi Oni, NTA News.
May the soul of the departed rest in peace. Football enthusiasts in Nigeria say Africa is keeping pace with the rest of the world, especially Europe and South America, in the areas of tactical and free-flow football. Some football analysts who spoke to NTA posited that teams in the continent are no longer pushovers.
Yeah, I think that is what football is all made about. Surprises. Yeah, for the African teams, yes, I think we are coming up. We are matching up with the European teams. You see, gone are the days when all those foreign teams or foreign countries, they call us pushovers. I believe we can play Nigeria, or any African teams can play Spain, Italy, or what have you. Now we have the strength, we have the ability, but that's game of football for you. That's game of football.
Yeah, Africa is coming up. If Comoros can beat Ghana, that means to see that there's nothing like underdogs any longer in football. And it means that Africa is improving, because unlike the era whereby it's been dominated by Egypt, Tunisia, Morocco, Nigeria and co, Now some other smaller countries are now coming up. That says football is expanding in Africa.
Yeah, it's a welcome development. You understand me? It shows that there are no minors in the game anymore. You understand? It shows that most national teams are really working hard to improve their players.
It gives me a great concern concerning this year's 2021 AFCON. Seeing some highly rated countries not performing the way we felt they should do. Only some few countries. All countries now want to be well known in terms of football. No more seniority. If you come play it's 11-11. It's 11-11 aside team. So may God help us in Africa.
To end the news this evening, a review of our top stories. We brought you a report that the National Policy on Fifth Generation Network for Nigeria's Digital Economy has been launched by President Muhammadu Buhari. We also told you that the National Working Committee of the People's Democratic Party has nullified the Delegate Congress in Ekiti State. And that ends the news today. The Yoruba version of the news will be brought to you by Ajibola Abiodun. After this time, I'll have a good night rest.